Now at 6:30 on WKYT this morning, police are stepping up patrols around several Lexington apartments this morning after a rash of overnight break-ins in the offices of those complexes.
Crews continue to search for a Richmond man missing in the Red River Gorge.
And we actually have some thunderstorms in the far northern zones this morning. Those will fade away, and then we have a little bit more later on this afternoon off into the evening. We'll get into your latest forecast coming up.
And a dog gets a one-way ticket to the Sunshine State after being found here in Kentucky.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning to you from the WKYT News team, and welcome in. We went into this weekend in July. We've come out in it August 3rd. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith, and it was a nice temperate weekend for us. A little bit on the hot side, but, you know, a nice cool breeze, a bit of that. But really going to heat things up today.
Yeah, we're checking with Micah now. The heat is on for this afternoon especially. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, you'll really feel it this afternoon, right around 90 degrees. But we actually have some thunderstorms in the forecast this morning. Far northern Kentucky, that's where you're seeing some of those storms enter the region. Now, this is fading away as a whole. However, there is still a complex right there that's pretty strong out of this. A lot of heavy rain, a lot of lightning moving southbound. We'll see how far it tracks because these models are not picking up on this very well. So this is one that we're just going to have to watch minute by minute and see how far it actually moves down toward the south. It's possible. It's not likely, but it's possible it could go as far south as I-64. We'll be watching it closely. Live sky camera, that's looking north, and that's not a good look. Looking south looks good. North, not so much. A couple of storms later on this afternoon off into the evening. That's your best timing. Temperatures right around 90 degrees. We'll get into that hour-by-hour forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you. Here's the latest from WKYT this morning. It is the first Monday morning of August, and police think that that's what a thief had in mind during several overnight break-ins.
Police say the leasing office at 4 Lexington apartment complexes were broken into overnight. And WKYT's Hillary Thornton is live with details on this crime alert. Good morning.
Good morning, Rebecca and Bill. Police are looking into the possibility of surveillance video at several Lexington apartment complexes, including the Meadows here where we are off of Kirk-Levington Drive, after they say at least 3 different apartment offices were broken into overnight. Police say at this point they're not sure exactly how many people are responsible. Investigators say the thieves are prying open doors to the offices, targeting and stealing rent checks found inside. Officers say this is the case at least 3 different offices. The one here off of Kirk-Levington, Steeplechase on Lindenhurst, as well as Cove Lake Village Apartments. Also, police are looking into another possible break-in that may be connected at Saddlebrook Apartments off of Tate's Creek Road. Officers were notified about all of these by alarm systems at the apartments, and they say they are placing extra patrols at other offices in these areas. Live in Lexington, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
All right, we'll see where that story goes in the day ahead. Hillary, thank you. New this morning, a house fire in Mercer County has ended with an arrest. Last night's fire on Hopewell Road was quickly knocked down, and an arson investigator was called to the scene. The sheriff's office says the investigation quickly led to Sue Rice being charged with arson and burglary. New this morning, a man is in jail accused of threatening police officers. The Herald Leader reports Marvin Gee out of Hopkinsville made a post on Craigslist encouraging people to kill police officers. If Gee is convicted, he could face up to 20 years in prison. New this morning, a UK student is in jail accused of starting a fire at a Lexington bar. Arson investigators say Richard Johnstone was in the bar's basement when he put a pile of trash on top of 2 containers there, some canisters, and then lit them on fire. People were in the bar on North Upper Street at the time. Lexington police say Johnstone also had more than a dozen debit cards that are not his. An Eastern Kentucky mom is in jail in Lexington this morning accused of shoplifting with her children. Police arrested Lovesta Reisner of Salyersville at Fayette Mall. Police say she stole more than $800 worth of items from JCPenney, and they say she had her 2 kids helping steal items as well. Reisner is facing several charges, including endangering the welfare of a minor.
A Lexington father will face a judge today after police say his 3-year-old was found naked near a pond. Justin Fuller faces wanton endangerment, endangering the welfare of a minor, and drug-related charges. Police say his toddler son was also nearly hit by a car as he walked down the street. Fuller will be arraigned this afternoon. The search continues this morning for a missing camper in Wolfe County, and state police say 31-year-old Josh Atkins Reisner from Richmond went missing from the Coomer Ridge campground Saturday night. His family says he has a mental illness. The terrain in the Red River Gorge is making the search difficult. One rescue team member injured his ankle while searching. State police, along with several rescue teams from several counties, will be searching again this morning.
But 2 other campers are safe this morning after being rescued from the Red River Gorge overnight. Dispatchers tell us they got a call from a couple that got lost while hiking on the Bison Way Trail. They wandered around for hours before eventually calling for help late last night. The Lawrence County Search and Rescue Team says they found the duo around 1:30 this morning. They are okay. An autopsy will be needed to figure out if something might have led to a drowning in Nicholas County. The deputy coroner there says 41-year-old Matthew Parker's body was found a day after he disappeared in Lake Carnico. Parker's family says he swam out to try to help a little girl. They also say that he was an experienced swimmer. Parker was from Frankfort, but his family says he had recently moved to Millersburg.
Well, 1 of 4 people injured in a Central Kentucky plane crash is now out of the hospital. 4 men from Pulaski County were on a fishing trip when their small plane crashed over the weekend near the Georgetown-Scott County Regional Airport. They were flying from Dayton, Ohio to Somerset when they ran into engine trouble. Friends say Jonathan Absher is now recovering at home. We do not know how his father Ron is doing or the pilot named Mark Conrad and his son Aaron. A major traffic alert to let you know about that starting in Lexington today.
And it's going to last a while. Crews will begin working on the median of Harrodsburg Road, and construction there is going to take several weeks. WKYT's Mark Barber is live now to explain the impact and what improvements are being made by this work getting underway. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, Bill. The road construction project here at Harrodsburg Road at Waller Avenue and Mason Headley Road, it was supposed to start last month, but it was delayed because of all the rain. Now, crews will be here for the next 8 weeks because they say this intersection is not pedestrian friendly and it does not comply with the Americans with Disabilities Act. Now, crews are hoping to fix that by adding ramps that will be wheelchair accessible here in the median. Now, they say that this project could slow traffic at the intersection that is already very, very busy. Not only is this area a main artery into downtown, but you also have St. Joseph Hospital here as well. The biggest traffic impact will last for the next week and a half because the lane turns onto Waller Avenue and Mason Headley Road from Harrodsburg will remain closed. If you are driving out of the city after work today and you want to bypass a construction, you can take American Avenue over to Manowar Place, then to Baba Warling Drive, which will then take you back here to Harrodsburg. Now, this project will be 24 hours a day and it will last, again, 8 weeks, so it will not be finished in time for the start of school or for the start of UK's football season. So you may want to keep this construction in mind if you're hoping to catch one of UK's first home games at Commonwealth Stadium. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
All right, Mark, thank you very much. Good heads up out there for folks. And happening today, it is the first day on the job for the new superintendent of the Fayette County school system. The school board was unanimous in voting for Emmanuel Manicock and hiring him. He is coming to Lexington from Maine, where he was the superintendent of the Portland Public Schools. That's the largest school district in Maine. Calk has a lot on his plate as he begins his new job, including the construction of a new high school and 2 new elementary schools. And he will have to deal with a variety of issues found in a state audit, including questions about spending and communications within the district. The first day of school in Fayette County is August 12th, and that is a week from Wednesday. It won't be long. And he'll be speaking to the media later today. We look forward to meeting him and finding out what is on his agenda. Well, Triple Crown winner American Pharoah returned to the racetrack Sunday for the Haskell Invitational.
It's American Pharoah with that majestic stride, pouring it on through the stretch. Keen Ice runs into second. American Pharoah, the party continues as he rolls home in the Haskell.
Where have we seen that before, right? American Pharoah turned on the speed in the stretch to easily win his 7th race in a row. The Triple Crown winner enjoying even more success. His owner says he hopes American Pharoah will race again in October at the Breeders' Cup at Keeneland in Lexington. And won't that be exciting in more ways than one?
Can't stop that horse.
He just knows how to turn it on there at the right time.
Yes, he does.
All right, our time this morning is 6:40 on WKYT, and there's a lost dog from Florida on his way back to his family after being found 700 miles from home here in Kentucky.
Oh, Tyson escaped from a family friend's home and was later found in the Commonwealth. Misty Short found the black lab mix and reunited him with his owner.
The happy ending to the story. He's going back home. He gets to swim in the beaches again.
Sounds like fun. I'm sure that doggy will love it. A pilot for the nonprofit Aero Fund gave Tyson a lift to the Sunshine State. His owner says he will be keeping a close eye on Tyson. I would say so, and make sure that doggy cannot escape again.
Right. He's
glad he was found.
Taking his little trip home. All right.
Good ending to his story.
Sure. Hey, it's good to have you along on WKYT at 6:41 now.
Let's get a check on traffic right now and see what is happening with a look at live drive traffic.
And we'll take a look right now outside at a location here, Broadway at Red Mile. And folks are moving along there with no reports of any major problems out there this morning. We have been reporting on getting ready for that construction that has already started this morning at Harrodsburg Road, where Waller Avenue becomes Mason Headley there around St. Joseph Hospital. They're working to make that more pedestrian friendly, and that's going to be a project that will go on for about 8 weeks. Meanwhile, they're getting ready to wrap up that major construction project on Alumni Drive between Tate's Creek and Nicholasville Road. So in a few days, we're hoping to get the all clear on that, and they'll be reopening that with roundabouts and changes.
Yeah, definitely some changes over there to keep in mind. They said their goal was to get that done before football season, and you can see why.
Yep. All right, more news is coming up Monday morning on WKYT.
Dozens showed up to watch $700 burn up over the desert skies. We'll explain why and have a look at this cool competition after weather.
And we have some thunderstorms to the far northern zones that are tracking southbound. We'll get into that forecast this afternoon and evening, too, coming up in a few minutes.